ओम श्री कृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। अथ नवमोऽध्यायः। राजविद्या राजगुह्य योगो नाम नवमोऽध्यायः। श्री भगवानुवाच। We will chant from verse number 22, and today we'll try and complete 4 verses: 24, 25, 26 and 27. We'll try complete that. Verse number 22. Ananyas-chintayanto mam ye janaः paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Epyanyadevata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvitaः tepi mameva kaunteya yajantyavidipurvakam. Aham hi sarva yajnanam भोक्ता च प्रभुरेव च न तु मामभिजानन्ति तत्त्वेनात्यश्च ते. 2-3 verses we saw last week. One verse which all of us seekers should move from here to the heart. Only then it will make a difference to one's life. If it's going to be here, it's not going to make any difference at all. It will just remain something academic. You may perhaps be a good scholar on the subject and talk eloquently, but it won't make any change to your life. What change? 4 things will go away from your life. Bhaya, dukkha, krodha will definitely go. And the grip of raga dvesha on our life will be neutralized. This is definitely bound to happen only if it moves from here to here. If it remains here, you will have it academic, and along with the academic knowledge, you will continue to have bhaya, krodha, anxiety, and raga dvesha. So, that life is called very beautifully in one of the earlier chapters. Krishna would have referred to such a person as a mithyachara. A mithya achari. A mithya achari, quite simply meaning a hypocrite. So this must move from our intellectual to our emotional conviction. It's not just enough if you have intellectual conviction. It should become an emotional conviction. And that verse is Ananyas chintayanto maam ye jana paryupasate tesham mithyabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Yoga aprapyasya prapanam iti yoga. Acquiring things which you don't have is yoga. Prapyasya rakshanam iti kshema. You remember this one? Yoga kshema. Yoga kshema. I protect your yoga and kshema. I take care of your yoga and kshema. Looking at our lives, our life is spent in pursuit of artha, kama. Yes, it's correct. LIC. Artha and kama. Pursuit of artha and kama. Incidentally, dharma. Dharma is not priority. If it doesn't interfere with my artha kama pursuit, I will be happy to pursue dharma. Otherwise, no. This life leads you to conflict, regrets about the past called depression, worries about the future called anxiety and fear. There is no escape from this at all. Having come up to chapter 9, Krishna says, one must be intelligent enough, mindful enough, wise enough, mature enough to know that artha kama pursuit, action alone is in your hands. The results are not in your hands. And dubbing yourself as a success or failure based on results is mindless existence, is unwise existence. So, artha kama has its limitations. This much, having come to chapter 9, we must know. Artha kama has its limitations. What are the limitations? Sukha dukkha mishritatvam, atriptikaram, bandikaram. It's mixed with pleasure and pain. It never gives you full satisfaction, and it is addictive and keeps you bound. This much wisdom one should have. Having this wisdom, how do I handle it? I can handle it fatalistic. Jo hona hai hone do. The other thing is wise. And for that, we come to 7, 8, 9 chapters, especially 7 and 9. We look at Ishvara as abhinna nimitta upadana karana. So, when you see the srishti around, it is Ishvara's drishya prapancha. The visible part of Ishvara is the srishti. Visible part, material cause. This is made of wood. Where is wood in this? Everywhere. There is no place where wood is not. In this Srishti, where is Ishvara not there? The product, in the product, the karanam, the cause inheres. So this is the drishya prapancha of Ishvara. And being abhinna, being not separate from the drishya prapancha, the invisible aspect of Ishvara is the Chaitanyam. The Chaitanyam is available to you as the form of life form in all living beings. Chaitanyam, aliveness in all living beings. And in the non-living beings, as pure existence. Something exists. Satyam. Chaitanyam. This vision one should have, and this vision should percolate down into your system. And when that happens, or even during the process, if you can see Ishvara's presence everywhere in the Chaitanya form, invisible form, and in the visible form, you are clear in the knowledge that results come to you by your action and by Ishvara's blessing. Ishvara Anugraha Jiva Prayatna gives you all the results that you have today. If you are able to see this, that is called Ananyas Chintayanto Mam. It doesn't mean saying Krishna, 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 and I don't know anything. You do what you are supposed to do, and you see the results coming to you as Ishvara Prasada, good, bad, ugly, whatever. See it as Ishvara Prasada. You see the presence of Ishvara in the visible form and in the invisible form, and you are alive to that presence, you are aware of that presence. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam. You will be free from bhaya, dukkha, krodha, anxiety. All of them, you will be free from them. And the raga dvesha for artha kama gets neutralized. It doesn't put pressure on you. It doesn't run and ruin your life anymore. This has to be understood and it has to go into our system. Knowing this well, then he takes you to the next one, 2 verses. He says, Epi Anya Devata Bhakta. Everything comes to you only by the laws of Ishvara. So you can look at the Vishwarupa Ishvara, total Ishvara, or you can look at individual Sakama Bhakti, small Ishvara. Small Ishvara is a wrong word. A form, Ishvara in a particular form. You want money, so you have a particular devata to whom you do Kubera Puja. Oh, okay, then you are suffering from some illness or something. You do Vaidyanatha Swami Puja. You are appearing for an examination. Hayagriva, Dakshinamurti. So you can invoke individual form devatas or you can invoke the total devata. The total devata is called Angi Devata and the individual devatas are called Anga Devata. And in verse number 24, he says, Krishna says, Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta. Whether you give it to this devata, this devata, this devata, it ultimately Keshavam prati gacchati. Akashat patitam toyam yata sagara gacchati. In the same way, all my offering go to Keshava. All the waters that pour go into the sea. In the same way, all my offerings go unto Ishvara. Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta. Whatever offering you give, to whoever you give, it comes ultimately to me alone. Okay? And I am the Prabhu. When I say Prabhu, I am the karma phala data. The karma phalam comes to you not just by Ishvara's anugraha. It comes according to your prarabdha as well. Otherwise, this aham Prabhu will suffer from the defect of partiality, nepotism. So Subramania is partial to Tamil speakers. Okay. Durga is partial to Bengali speakers. You will fall into these traps. And as it is in trouble, you will get more into more trouble. It doesn't work like that. He says, Prabhu Revacha, the laws function under my presence. But the individual laws, the law that delivers the phalam to you, it also depends upon your prarabdha. Electricity remaining the same, its manifestation in the equipment depends upon the power of the equipment. So, aham Prabhu eva, aham eva Prabhu, whichever way you want. Okay? And na tu mam abhinananti, one who is not able to know this. Natu mam abhijananti, one who does not know me as what? Abhinna nimitta upadana karana. Being abhinna nimitta upadana karana. This is the order you should know. Abhinna nimitta upadana karana. The visible universe is drishya prapancha. The invisible universe is chaitanya, intelligent cause. The visible material cause. Okay. Whatever you offer goes to ultimate intelligent cause. The intelligent cause is responsible for the operation of the laws. Mere presence of the intelligent cause make the Maya Shakti, material cause, empowers the Maya Shakti to function and deliver results to you as per your prarabdha. One who knows this will be able to appreciate Yogakshemam Baham Yaham. And one who knows is tatvena, one who knows it well, one who is able to uh, assimilate it properly, will one who does not assimilate it properly, what happens? Chavanti, lost the script. You have lost it. That's what he means. So, verse number 24. Let's go to verse number 25. Okay, verse number 25. Yanti devavrita devan. Yanti devavrita devan. Pitrun yanti pitrvrataha. Pitrun yanti pitrvrataha. Bhutani yanti bhutejya. Bhutani yanti bhutejya. Madhyajino yanti madhyajinopi mam. Yanti madhyajinopi mam. Whole verse. Yanti devavrata devan. Pitrun yanti pitvrataha. Bhutani yanti bhutejya. Yanti madhyajinopi mam. So Devavrata, there is a Devaloka. Don't ask me whether you have seen it or something. There is a Devaloka. You have no means to prove it is not there. So we accept what the Veda says. Veda says, Veda is a pramana for alaukika vishaya. So there is Deva. In fact, we can look at Deva like this. I think we have told it in so many of our talks. Agni is a Devata for me. It is not mere fire. Because the Agni phenomenon of Agni, I invoke in a deity and I see a certain law functioning there. The law for me is Ishvara's vibhuti, Ishvara's manifestation. I look at it reverentially. Therefore, it becomes a Devata. Agni Devata, Vayu Devata, Varuna Devata. All Devatas. So the person who invokes these Devatas, okay, get results from these Devatas. Get results means get results through this channel. Right? For instance, if you write to the central government, let's say through the Chennai center, the reply to you will come from the Chennai center. So this, now don't, what do you call, hair split this much, not much more. Don't say even if I write to central government, reply will come only from. Okay. For instance, let's go to the nearest police station and complain about some cyber fraud. We'll ultimately go to the cyber fraud center and results will come. So, Yanti, Devavrata, Devavrata, Devan Yanti. One who invoke the Devas, get the results from the Devas. Pitrun Yanti Pitrivrata. Pitrivrata are people who invoke their own ancestors as Devta. You have seen in very many houses, grandfather, my mother, my father, all their pictures are there. My guru's picture is there. So they are in the Pitriloka. And if I invoke the Pitriloka, the results come to me from the Pitriloka. Bhutani yanti bhuteja. Don't say going after ghosts. Okay. Bhuta here means elements. Elements. So, if you do invoke the elements, the results will come to you through the elements. If you invoke the Devas, the result will come to you through the Devas. If you invoke the Pitris, the result will come to you through the Pitris. And one who invokes me, please understand, the result will come from me. Understand this carefully. When we invoke Deva or Pitri or Bhuta, the seeker there is a Sakama Bhakta, is a person who has certain specific Artha Kama results in mind. And he invokes these devatas for Artha Kama result. He will get the Artha Kama results subject to Prarabdha Karma. The Sakama Bhakta can invoke these devatas for results. But the scriptures, I won't say warn you, they have a small caution box which says, let us say you are invoking a particular devata for a particular result. The rituals that are to be performed are very, very, very rigid. Suppose there is a 16-step ritual, Shodasha Upachara, all 16 steps have to be performed properly. Otherwise, the results that you expect might not come. It may be less or it never be more, it may be less or right the opposite. So, it may even be counterproductive. It may end up shaking your faith. You will end up saying, I have done this puja for so many years and look what I have got from Ishvara. This may be your point of view. So beware. When you say Madhyaji, okay, one who tries to reach me, what is he trying to do? From Sakama Bhakti, he has moved to Nishkama Bhakti. In Nishkama Bhakti, he is wise enough to ask for certain things. That is, he first says, give me Jnana Vairagya Siddhyartham. May I be able to do Pariksha Loka Pariksha. Understand the limitation of Artha Kama Dharma pursuit. Let this make sense to me. That doesn't mean I will not pursue Artha Kama. That doesn't mean I will run away from my responsibility. It only means, may I have the clarity. Why am I pursuing Artha Kama? What is the purpose of my seeking Artha Kama? On the 9th of December, I'm giving a talk in one of these forums. The subject is very clear. Be objective about money, otherwise it will create a problem. That's my subject. Okay. So, what money can do, what it cannot do, particularly what it can do to you if you do not understand it properly, or if you are not objective about it. So, what can Artha Kama do for you? What it cannot do for you? Okay. So, that is Viveka. Then he says, Vairagya. What is Vairagya? Having known the defect, may I have the strength of will to wean myself away from obsessive pursuit of Artha Kama. These words are very, very important. Vairagya doesn't mean do not pursue Artha Kama. Obsessive pursuit. Artha Kama nahi hai to I am not there. I am finished without Artha Kama. So, I pray for Jnana Vairagya Siddhyartham. And when you pray for Jnana Vairagya Siddhyartham, Ishvara says, I am there with you. Meaning, the results will come to you even faster because they are directly from me. And the number of people asking for this, the queue is also small. Perhaps you are the only person in the queue. Or in our 12, 15 people, we are the only people in the queue. So results will come possibly even before we end the session. Jnana Vairagya Siddhyartham. This is what Nishkama Bhakti does for you. Sakama Bhakti, yes, you will get your results. You want a house, you will get a house. You want more than one house, you will get more than one house. Subject to your prarabdha. Subject to your prarabdha, subject to all attendant problems. Okay, lot of attendant problems. So Vairagya, Viveka, Vairagya, Jnana, Vairagya, Siddhyartham. When you have Jnana and Vairagya, what happens? More and more clarity. Bhagavan's Ananyas Chintayanto Mam plays here. He says, Yoga Kshema, I will take care. Your Arthakama needs, I will take care. The Nishkama Bhakta's needs will perhaps be fulfilled by the Sakama Bhaktas. I will give so much to the Sakama Bhakta and they will take care of your needs. And that apart, there will be something very important I will give you. Krishna says, I will give you. Krishna says, here is Angi Devata. He says, I will give you. What will I give you? I will give you a guru who will unlock the Shastra for you, and I will give you the Drida Nischaya, Samadhi, Shakya Sampatti, so that you can do Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. And that will lead you to Jnanam, and you will know Ishvara not as know Ishvara as not different from me. Moksha you will get. That's what Krishna wants to assure you in this verse number 25. Okay, when you do Sakama Bhakti, it is pretty taxing. You must necessarily, let's say you're doing on Homa, you should necessarily have so many, that bricks or whatever, in a particular shape. Okay, and then you have to have the twigs, particular twigs. You can't put any twig there. You have to have a particular twig. And the cow dung cakes, it has to be cow. A cow, a milching cow, not a bullock, not a buffalo. A milching cow. So many conditions. And that they are to be arranged in a certain form. And the fire is to be invoked not by a matchstick, but by rubbing two sticks together. They keep rubbing, and then slowly it starts coming up. These days, I think they have replaced, they put a magnifying glass and put the sun's rays on that. So right from invocation of the fire, once the fire comes, then the Homakunda Puja is done. The Acharya is to sit at one side, the Karta is to sit at one side, the Hota is to sit at one side. All people should be properly seated. Then the offering should be proper. The offering should be offered properly. You can't chuck it into the fire. There is supposed to be an offering. In fact, our Swamiji used to tell a beautiful story. There was a guy who had come from abroad, not educated in our culture. For him, swaha means eating. So the priest, Acharya, gave him something in his hand, and his Agnaye swaha, and the fellow put it in his mouth. Swaha. So the Acharya said, hey, stupid fellow, you are not supposed to put it in the mouth. You are supposed to put it in the fire. He said, oh, so sorry. And it went into the fire. The entire yajna will be counterproductive. They will show it in a visual style, like Devata coming and cursing you. So the yajna done for a certain artha kama pursuit, driven by raga dvesha, can become counterproductive if not done properly. But if you are doing nishkama bhakti, if you are doing nishkama seva, and you're doing nishkama puja, Krishna says, hey, it's so simple, man. Don't bother. Just do it. And this verse tells you that. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Yo me bhaktya prayachati. Yo me bhaktya prayachati. Tadaham bhaktyupahrityam. Tadaham bhaktyupahritam. Ashnami prayatatmanaha. Ashnami prayatatmanaha. Whole verse. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Yo me bhaktya prayachati. Tadaham bhaktyupahritam. Ashnami prayatatmanaha. Once more. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Yo me bhaktya prayachati. Tadaham bhaktyupahartam ashnami prayatatmanah. So, one may bhaktya. What bhakti? Nishkama bhakti. Nishkama bhaktya prayachati. One who is seeking jnana vairagya siddhi. If he offers me patram, leaf, pushpam, flower, pushpam, phalam, fruit, toyam, if nothing else is available, water. Yomi bhaktya prayachati. See, if you see some of our puja vidhi and the spirit behind the puja vidhi, this comes into play. Let's say you are doing Ganapati puja, you have invoked Ganesha, and you will first say, invocation. Asanam samarpayami, you will offer Ganesha a seat. Okay, then you will offer Padhyam samarpayami, you will wash his feet. Argyam samarpayami, water for hand. Achamanam, water for drinking. Shitan gandhan samarpayami. Vastran samarpayami. You suddenly realize that you have not have vastra. You have forgotten. This comes into play. Vastrartham akshadam samarpayami. In the place of vastra, I am giving you akshata in true spirit. Vastrartham akshadam samarpayami. Then you suddenly find abharanam you should give. So jewels are not. Abharanartham akshadam samarpayami. Okay. But you can't carry it too far. Okay. You can't say nevedyartham akshadam samarpayami. You have to give at least a little. You can't keep up. You can see you are very careful about the laws. And there is one acharya who will do. You can't say dakshinartham archadam samarpayami. You can't do that. You have to pay him dakshin. So in transactional world, what is to be done has to be done. In the absolute puja level, you have to do what is to be done. So in bhakti, they say, when you go seeking your guru, seeking knowledge, what do you carry with you? Samit pani, some twigs for doing a homa. That's all you carry. When Kuchela, Sudama went to see Krishna, what did he take? A small bundle of poha, flattened rice. There is a shloka called Kanakadhara Stotra. Adi Shankara came to somebody's house. The lady was taking care of the child and she said, I have nothing. I have got one, old, that, that berry, Nellika, what they call it? A gooseberry order. Amla. I can only give you this. And Kanakadhara came out. So, yo me bhaktya prayachati tad aham bhaktya upaghritam bhaktya uprahatam. The total bhakti surrender given unto me. Okay? Given unto me. Ashnami. Ashnami. I consume it. But for whom? Prayatatmanaha. Prayatatmana is a fellow who does nishkama bhakti. So you say, oh Kubera, I want this 100 acres of land, but I have nothing right now to offer. After I get all that, I will offer to you. It doesn't work that way. So they say once what happened? There was a fellow who was having a conversation with Ishvara. He said, Ishvara, how much is $1 million for you? Ishvara said, ₹1, $1. He said, oh, good. Then give me $2. So Ishvara said, in 2 minutes. Remember that. So $2 million is 2 minutes for him. So 2 minutes for him, maybe 200 million years. Who knows? You can't fool Ishvara. You can't say, Kubera, I will get all this, baad mein aapko de denge. Nahi, give first. It says, first what offering has to be given. There are beautiful stories. There are beautiful stories which say there is a very lovely story, especially when it comes to Venkatachalapati of Tirupati. There are so many stories. They say there was a gentleman who had some kind of, psoriasis or something in his hands. And he prayed to Venkatachalapati that if I am able to take these rings out of my hands, I will come and offer it to you in the hundi. Hey presto, it became okay. So then his wife said, all these rings were offered by my father. So how can you promise Venkatachalapati without consulting my father? His father said, no, but don't worry. We can always, he is after all Ishvara, he will accept anything. So we will put the current value of gold, and all these 10 rings came to a certain value. He will say, so much of cash I will take, and we will put it in the hundi. So he went on a particular day, he was offering it to the hundi. All the 10 rings also fell along with the money into the hundi. So they say he will, Ishvara will take away what he wants. So these are stories, quite simply meaning that when you do sakama bhakti, there is no idhar udhar, tanik bhi nahi ho sakta. You cannot go idhar udhar. But when you are having nishkama bhakti, anything offered with bhakti is acceptable to him. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. I have nothing else to give. Sarvam Krishnarpanam. Everything I have offering to you. You have nothing to offer. Tan man dhan sab hai tera. Swami sab kuch hai tera. Tera tujhko arpan. Nishkama bhakti, you have offered yourself. This is the meaning of it. But that doesn't mean you don't cut short. I have nothing to give, therefore. But let it not be a lazy way out. If you can do it well, do it well. If you are stuck, let's say which countries, many countries you may not have many of these offerings. But these days, I think everywhere in the world, everything is available. More better quality available than it's available in India. But suppose nothing is available. Let's say you go to some country where one particular flower is not available. Only tulips are available. Offer by bhakti. Only maple leaf is available. Canada. Offer it with bhakti. Don't look for Vilva Patram. Yeah, you can offer Vilva Patram. Shiva Manasa Puja. Vilva Patra Rachitam in a silver vessel. Sauvarne Navaratna Khanda Rachite Patre Ghritam Payasam. I am offering you payasam in a silver vessel. Don't say it is in the bank locker, I am lazy enough to go bring it, therefore I am offering. That is not okay. Okay? So offer it with bhakti. He says that I accept. Prayatatmanaha, one nishkama bhakta should offer. And if you offer for and with nishkama bhakti, any of this, he says ashnami. Ashnami means I eat it, meaning I accept. I accept it. And when I accept something, the results come to you. Jnanam will come, Vairagyam will come. Vairagyam will come in the form of strengthening Samadhi Shatka Sampatti. How will it come? Maybe you are listening to the class, the teacher will say, what is Samadhi Shatka Sampatti? Go revise Tattva Bodha. So Jiva Prayatna is essential. You will not bring it down. And when you do Jiva Tattva Bodha revision, you will read that line. Atma Satyam Tat Vyatiriktam Sarvam Mityeti. So for Mithya Vastu, you develop Vairagyam. For Satya Vastu, you can Drida Nishchaya and pursue Satya Vastu. And there will be a teacher at hand. A teacher will come looking for you and teach you Shravanam, Mananam. What will he teach you? Tat Tvam Masi. That's what he will teach you. Verse number 26.
But there is a reference to Dusra, who did the entire of his own temple.
Yes.
In his own house, in a hut.
Yes. Yes. In fact,
9.
Yeah, 9. It is did at his home, and also said that and Shiva was invited to a temple which was being built by the Raja. Raja said, the king, Shiva said, I'm committed to that fellow. He said, which fellow? He is in a hut. And what is he building? He is building a temple for me. He said, where is the foundation? Go ask him. So the Raja goes and asks the king, and this fellow says, I'm building it. And Shiva chooses to go there. Whereas, because that person wanted the Shiva Alayam for Nishkama Bhakti. The Raja wanted Shiva Alayam, perhaps for Lokashema and also for a little bit of glory. I should know. People should say that this was constructed by this Raja. It's very beautiful. So move it from here to here. Pursue anything you want. Artha Kama pursuit is fine. Nobody says don't pursue Artha Kama. Artha Kama pursuit is fine, provided it is in alignment with Dharma. You are free from conflict. And he gives you an easy method of doing Artha Kama pursuit, aligned to Dharma, so that you develop Nishkama Bhakti. Let's see what Krishna says. Yat karoshi yadashnasi, yat karoshi yadashnasi, yajjuhoshi dadhasi yat, yajjuhoshi dadhasi yat, yat tapasyasi kaunteya, yat tapasyasi kaunteya, tatkurushva madarpanam, tatkurushva madarpanam. Whole verse. Yat karoshi yadashnasi, yajjuhoshi dadhasi yat, yat tapasyasi kaunteya, tatkurushva madarpanam. Once more. Yat karoshi yadashnasi, yajjuhoshi dadhasi yat, yat tapasyasi kaunteya, tatkurushva madarpanam. Hey Kaunteya, hey Arjun, yat karoshi, whatever you do, yad ashnasi, whatever you eat, yad juhoshi, whatever offering you give, whatever charity you give, yat, one is juhoshi is fire rituals, whatever you offer into the fire. Yat dadasi, whatever you give. Yat tapasyasi, whatever swadharma you do sandhya vandanam, you do puja, you do whatever you do, swadharma, tat, all of them, mad arpanam kurushva, offer it unto me. Okay, a simple method of doing kamya karma. You are doing kamya karma, you can still offer. Whatever is worth offering, only what is in alignment with dharma is worth offering. Adharma things are not worth offering. You can't quote the laws of the Chambal Valley dacoits. I offer and usme say 10% Jai Bhavani, that won't work. That will work. But the policeman will come and take you and you will be, perhaps you may even get a pardon, end up getting elected as an MP. All that is possible. Hey, let's not go too details into that. But let's look at it, how to relate to this. Yat karoshi. I'm a skilled person. I know so many things. There are so many skilled people among you. I've seen it among the medical professionals. Suppose there is a surgeon doing a complicated surgery. He always says, Ishwara, it's in your hands. Recently, we had heard about the demise of Dr. Badrinath, the eye specialist surgeon. Any operation, he used to say, I am nobody. Devata is doing. And he had the opportunity to do this surgery on Kanchi Mahaparibha. In fact, they say, long ago, when Swami Chinmayananda had a heart problem, and there was an American doctor who did the operation. And when the operation was over, they asked him, so, how was it operating upon Swami? An American doctor says, I opened his heart and found God there. Look at the spirit. So, Yad Karoshi is Ishwara's. It's my offering to you, Ishwara. Suddenly, all my actions become refined. Okay? Yad Ashnasi, whatever you eat, Ishwara Prasada. It refines you. See, it's a very beautiful story. There was a person who took a laddu into one of these countries. And when he was passing through immigration, they asked him, is it a food item? He said, no, it is prasada. What is it? Laddu. Can it be eaten? Yes. Is it a food item? He said, no, it's a prasada. They had a long argument. Ultimately, there was some Indian there in the immigration. He said, no, this is the meaning. It is properly packed and sealed. Let it pass. So there's a person whose diabetes is in 4 figures, let's say, and you offer him Tirupati Laddu. He will not say, I am a diabetic. I have seen it in some places. What they do, they come back from Tirupati. They will break the laddu into so many pieces and they will carry it in either tray or a paper tray or whatever and travel, take it all around the office. And everybody takes. Yad Ashnasi. And if you are doing any ritual, that is always there. Ishvara is there. Okay. Yad Ashnasi, Yad Juhoshi, Yad Dadasi. Yad Dadasi. Whatever you give, give it as an offering to Ishvara. There's a beautiful movie called, it's a story of Vaman Avatar. And there was a movie. And in that there is a song. Tere dwar khada Bhagwan, Bhagat bhar dere joli. He has come with a begging bowl, fill it up. Tera hoga bada ehsan, you will be benefited. भीख मांगने आया तेरे घर जगत का पालन हारा. What a verse. He said the Ishvara who protects the whole world. भीख मांगने आया तेरे घर जगत का पालन हारा. भगत भर दे रे झोली. Whatever you offer, give it as Ishvara Arpanam. All your puja, your Sandhya Vandanam, your Agnihotram, your Ganapati puja, what you do, very often what happens, it's a mechanical puja. It's mechanical puja. Do it deliberately. Do it as an offering unto me, the Angi Devata, Kurushva. So with this ends verse number 27. We will see further what Krishna has to say. Essentially, move from Sakama Bhakti to Nishkama Bhakti. Sakama Bhakti has a lot of conditions. Nishkama Bhakti, only condition required is Bhakti. Bhakti is a certain emotional involvement with Ishvara. Bhakti doesn't come from here. Bhakti comes from here. It's an emotional involvement with Ishvara. You make Ishvara real. The one form Ishvara, you can look at the Vishwarupa Ishvara, emotionally relate, reverentially, worshipfully, in adoration, in admiration. Bring that emotion out. And you will be getting a lot of Jnana Vairagya, getting Jnana Yogyata Prapti, and the Guru will never be far. Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahisha Gobrahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanyah Prithvi Sasya Shalinim Desho Yam Chobarahitah Brahmana Santu Nirbhaya Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय। ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय हो। स्वामी दयानंद महाराज की जय हो। पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय हो। बजरंग बली की जय। ओम। We'll meet Monday next.